Hey, is that folk music that you play there? What is that? How do you call that folk music?
I think it was Studs Terkel who asked Big Bill Brunzi, did he consider his blues music to be folk music? And Big Bill says, well, never heard no horses sing on it.
Don't hesitate. It could be your ticket to a new tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you were just listening to some music from our guest here today, Joe Steele. My name is Ralph Litwin, and the show is Horses Sing None of It. And I would like to welcome you to the show, Joe.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
Good to be here.
And I don't know if, do we put a category on that kind of music? Is it jazz? Is it?
It's jazz chords, but jazz is a little bit of everything. Jazz has been influenced by people from all over the world, all cultures, and so it's hard to
put a label on.
It's hard to label music. Period. We label it because we want to market it.
Yeah, because I got to put it in that bin at the record store.
Yeah, but
it's Joe Steele music.
Yeah, it's music is a universal language. It's something that no matter where you go, every culture, every society has some form of music, and it's a way of communicating.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I can dig that.
Yeah.
That's right. And
Wow.
what was the name of that tune?
That was called Seven Sisters.
Seven
I
Sisters.
have 7 sisters.
You have 7 sisters.
Yeah, and
That's a
6
lot of women in one family.
Well, 6 brothers.
And 6 brothers.
Yeah, so there's 14 of us.
Wow, that's a big family.
Yeah.
That's a big family.
So that's a song I wrote for my 7 sisters.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And your dad was a banjo player.
He was a banjo player. He played professionally for about 30 years. He had one recording that he had made. And he came through all the major musical change. He was born in 1900, so he passed away in 1972. So he lived through all at least as far as Western music is concerned,
Uh-huh.
you know, the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, all the major eras of music, yeah.
So where did he grow up?
He was born and raised in Washington Township, Washington Borough in Warren County.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, and that's my home, and my grandfather was there. My brother's there now. My mother and family are there now.
Uh-huh. So he was playing around in this area.
He played this area, the Somerville, Princeton, into Pennsylvania, Easton. They had the vaudeville, and the that traveling, the minstrel shows and things of that nature. Yeah, yeah, Yeah. So.
Cool. So it's in the family.
Well,
Genes.
I'm the only one out of the 14.
The only musician that
picked up
took
music.
it up.
Yeah.
But your
Sisters
dad
are-
had it.
My dad had it. Yeah. So.
Well, it's good. You're carrying on the family tradition.
Trying to anyway. Trying to. But
Now, you want to give us another number there?
yeah, let's see. We were talking earlier about some of the work that I'm doing with the drug education, prevention, different workshops and trainings and what have you, and using music kind of like not really, therapeutically, but not yet. But yeah, you can say therapeutically. This is the work we're doing presently. I'm back in Washington every month at the Center for Natural Healing with a workshop, and we kind of take people through musical ideas. Let me see how I can explain this with a tune called Popcorn. If we used to cook popcorn out in the backyard with the, if we're cooking this, then we had the Jiffy Lube came out, and then when you went to the movies, you could really see what was happening. So this is kind of like what's happening with popcorn.
Okay.
Yeah, just like painting a picture.
So popcorn.
Popcorn.
That's cute. That's nice.
Yeah, the music therapy is really an up-and-coming field. Maybe my children and grandchildren will be more involved in it. And it's not really, it's new and it's not new, but it's like taking a look at music on behavior. Like everyone's had the blues, and the blues is a feeling, and music can assist in those feelings and can create emotions like falling, say. Suspension. Or suspense. And it's not really to say, it's like saying, well, when should I listen to what type of a thing? You know, it's like, when should I listen to what? And when I'm riding down Route 80 or what have you. There was a study done recently about doctors in operating rooms performing surgery, listening to soothing music. Their success rate was much higher than those with no music at all. And there was another study done with substituting soothing music for the amount of Valium they would give a patient for pain, and they could substitute the music in place of the pill. These are documented studies. And
that's interesting.
I have all these articles and studies that I use as a part of the workshop.
And the workshop that you're referring to, you'll be giving this at the Center for
For the Center for Natural Healing.
For Natural Healing in Washington Township.
In Washington Borough.
In Washington Borough. And what county is that in?
That's in Warren County.
In Warren County, because there's so many Washingtons in New Jersey.
Yeah.
In Warren County, this one.
And this is a workshop that's, I've been fortunate, I've been invited to the Pride Convention out of Atlanta, and since I was in Atlanta, Cincinnati, Indianapolis, Indiana, up and down the East Coast with the workshop and show, and it's really good to just be able to take it home. I haven't been
right
home
in your backyard.
For years.
Yeah, we should tell folks the telephone number to call in case they want to find out more information about where you're going to be running this workshop, how they can get information on it, or for that matter, your performing schedule. The telephone number, I think you gave to the guys inside.
Yeah, it's 609-871-3318. and that would put you in touch with myself, and we can take it from there.
Yeah. And Joe can also tell you about the coffee house that you're involved with. You help, you're a partner in a coffee house that's located in a totally different part of New Jersey.
Yeah, my home now is in Burlington County, in West Hampton Township, near Willingboro and Mount Holly. And I have an association with the owners of the Down to Earth Coffee House. We're always looking for talent. We have live entertainment 4 nights a week and a vegetarian cuisine in terms of diet. And we're open 6 days a week. And Wednesdays, we play every Wednesday what we call planetary jazz. It's a trio, sometimes 4 pieces with a keyboard player, a drummer. And it's kind of avant-garde. On the weekends, we have everything from grunge to alternative to folk to country on the Friday, Saturday nights.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
And they call that same number to get in touch with you to find out more about where that is and how to get there.
That would work. That'd be fine.
Cool. Well, planetary jazz, can you give us an example of that?
An example of a planetary jazz tune. Okay. One thing is that we eliminate the melodies, let the music say more. So that it's not like it's a song, but there is a melody. Love is a melody found in this song. I've been searching for so very long. Love is a melody I found in this song. I've been searching for so very long. In my
Yeah.
And that might last 10 or 15 minutes at times with variations on the theme. The keyboard player, Jim Willits, is very gifted at planetary jazz basically starts with a theme and then lets the song, lets it fall apart kind of and then come back together into the main theme. So it's like, how can we explain this? At Down to Earth, we want the audience, the band to be a part of the audience to be a part of the band. So we try to paint a picture, and then we go on this musical journey together. So it's not like you're watching me and I'm, running scales and exercises and what have you. We try to, paint a picture together, musically.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about your history we know about your father. When you were growing up, how did you get into music and how did it influence you and how did you end up where you are now?
Well, I started playing at about 9 or 10. My father started teaching me, and then we started a little band. We were doing Hang On Snoopy and the tunes of that time, and then the Jackson 5 hit, the Beatles hit, and there was bands on every block, and everyone had a black case after school that they were carrying, and there was just a lot of music, a lot of things going on, and I went on to school for music and continued to pursue a career. And then I was introduced to chord melody playing of Joe Pass, which I really enjoy. I perform a lot. I do a lot of work as a jazz solo guitarist, doing a lot of cover tunes and Misty and Breezin', George Benson's Breezin', and things of that nature for weddings and coffee houses and what have you. And I got involved later on. The past 10 years, 10 years, I was involved in human services, social services, beginning with working with the AIDS epidemic. And I began to incorporate my music into workshops and trainings. And I've worked with AIDS patients, and I would take my guitar and play for them at support group meetings. And I could see the soothing effect it would have on them. And then that led to other work with, I've worked with teenage fathers and non-custodial fathers, and actually kind of really burn out on the human service side, and just decided that what was healthy for me was to address it with my music. And so I put together a show called Hope Without Dope, which was an education musical production, which I guess I've been in all the prisons in New Jersey with the show.
Wow.
I have agreements with a number of rehabs and treatment centers and halfway houses and schools, and again, all the lyrics have a message. The lyrics have a positive message about self-esteem and values, and what's really what was really nice is that, as you know, as a musician, that we're at the right time. This is the beginning of our time. You know what I mean? We don't keep bankers' hours. We start at 12 and until 3 in the morning sometimes. And a friend of mine went out to see us, and she's a very gifted rock singer. And she invited me to, and I hadn't been out. I'm kind of settled, but we were out, and she didn't start till 11 o'clock. I'm just not used to those hours anymore, But at any rate, the kids have a good time at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We bring a band in, and we let them know that. Do you know what time it is? You know what I mean? Nobody's high, nobody's drank any beer, and we're all partying and having a good time. So let that be a message that you can enjoy music, and you can have a good time without the use of chemicals.
Right on
you
for
don't
that.
have to surrender. Yeah. So, but one of the tunes is, in terms of that quest for identity, I'll try to do this one. This is called You're a Star, which is what we let everyone know in the audience, that you're a star, basically the way you are. You have to reach some level of self-acceptance. Okay, this is a little funky too. Caught up, searching for identity. Say we all get caught up, searching for identity. The tall wanna be short, and the fat wanna be thin. It really doesn't matter the shape you're in, 'cause you're a star the way you are. You're a star the way you are. We all get caught up searching for identity. We all get caught up searching for identity. The tall wanna be short, and the fat wanna be thin. Doesn't matter the shape you're in, 'cause you're a star the way you are. You're a star.
All right. What key is that in?
G minor, actually.
G minor. I wonder if I
G
can
minor.
play that. Would you mind play that again and see if I can play along with you? that was nice.
Yeah. Very nice. Okay.
It's hard for me to read your hands since you're a lefty there.
Yeah.
It's like looking in a mirror or something.
Yeah. With a lefty righty guitar, it's nice because it's good to study because you have direct mirror image.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, you sit to, you know, instead of if you were sitting with a right-handed teacher, the guitar's going the other way. So you get really good mirror image.
Uh-huh. Do you do any teaching?
I do teach in guitar play. I teach all right-handed guitarists, and they really
Make it easier for
they
them,
pick
I
up
guess.
because they can see it's right opposite.
Uh-huh.
Direct mirror image. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, we did work out this little blues number. Maybe we should do that.
Yeah. Okay. That was in G, right?
Yeah.
I'll try a little flute. I'll try a little guitar and then I'll try the flute.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we're getting kind of close to the end of our show. Time kind of flew by here past my awareness. And I'd like to hear some more of what you do. And we ought to give the people, once again, your phone number so that they can get in touch with you if they want to take guitar lessons or to find out more about your guitar, your coffee house, or your seminars that you're going to be, workshops that you're going to be running in Washington. And
we'll come to where the people are
Why
that
don't
are
you-
interested. We'll come to where the people are.
all right.
Or come to Washington. You're welcome to come to Washington.
Why don't you give the phone number again?
It's 609-871-3318.
And I think you played a little tune. What was it, in the key of C, I guess?
Yeah, okay. This is called Mother's Day, actually, and it's a tribute to my mother. It's a ballad. And again with the jazz idea, like Chick Corea and Diodato, and they use vocals, but the music did the majority of the work, actually. Mother, we love you so. Shower us with love and understanding, yeah. Mother, we love you so. Pointed out the road we were just standing. And I hope that we could be all you could see. And on your special day, we send our love your way. Yeah.